Hey guys, I just wanted to make an update video and pretty much show you some of the upgrades and some of the things that I did to my bike. The original video that I posted, I think it was a huge, success. A lot of people looked at it, they liked the bike. So just wanted to show you what I did after I posted that original video. So, like I said in the original video, the purpose of this bike was obviously it's more recreational. So, the usual trails, if you're going somewhere around town, but I also wanted to make it a touring capable bike. This is a Giant Roam 2, just in case you didn't watch the first video. So, this is a Giant Roam 2, which is a dual sports bike. You can definitely use it to do a little bit of dirty or dirt, trails, gravels. You can go a little off-road, not obviously as extreme as a mountain bike, but you can do that. And obviously you can also do a little bit of, not a little bit, you can do also city biking. So, and then you can also, you'll be able to see that from the kind of tires that are on this bike. So the tires are 700 by 40. They're pretty much perfect for the purpose I use it for, and that's the combination of touring and city and mud and trails. And so this, like I said, they're 700 by 40. The middle of the tire is pretty much flat, and then the sides have these shoulder knobs for better cornering and for better stability off-road. So let me walk you through what I did to the bike versus the first video. And you can always let me know what you think in the comment section. So one thing I've realized after I've had a chance to bike and put a lot of miles on this bike is pretty much the seating position and the way I was leaning forward. I constantly had my head in an uncomfortable position because my body's leaning down, but at the same time I'm trying to look up so I can look around me and tour, look at the places, look at buildings. So it was really uncomfortable. So what I did, I added these bar ends. You can see them here. And guys, I gotta tell you, those bar ends, they're lifesavers. They're absolutely lifesavers. I'm gonna post the link for these bar ends. I got them off of Amazon. They had great reviews, and this is how I got them. But they're extremely comfortable. They're a lot better than just using the grips here on the main handlebar. Not only that it gives you more positions or more hand positions that you can actually ride this way or that way if you want to, plus here. Not just it gives you 3 or 4 positions for your hand, but it also gives you the ability to ride your bike in an upright position. And I'm gonna get to that shortly when I show you my new saddle that I added. So just to give you an idea, let me show you from the side. I have them pretty much like in maybe 95 degrees, which is, to me, it's perfect. I've seen people, have them like more lean down. So, more like 120 degrees or so, but I like them this way, so I'm going to keep them this way. Now, the other thing I added was this phone bike mount. Now, in the previous video, I had the iPhone 5 case. So I had the life-proof iPhone 5 bike mount, which was an awesome mount. The only problem with it was I realized that every time I'm going to change phones, I'm going to have to go buy another mount because the mount is exactly for the life-proof iPhone 5 case. So if you buy the iPhone 6, not just you have to buy the life-proof iPhone 6 case, you also have to buy the life-proof iPhone 6 bike mount. And as of today, they don't have an iPhone 6 mount. which is, you know, crazy, but they don't have it. So what I decided to do is pretty much buy a universal bike mount, and I have a separate video on this bike mount which works perfectly. I don't have any problem with this mount. It's pretty much waterproof, or it makes your phone waterproof, and there are openings here and down here, and as you can see, I have my charging cable inside of it, which leads me to my next addition, and that's this Axiom top tube bag. Now, if you look at my first video, I had a different bag which looked like a pannier. It was, you know, one part of it was hanging on this side and the other part was hanging on the other side. It really looked like a pannier system, and this was a good bag, or a good, you know, compartment. But the only problem with it was, if I stand up and I try and pedal, my legs were hitting the bag. So obviously it wasn't comfortable to pedal standing up while the other bag was there. So what I ended up doing is I bought this bag. It doesn't hang anywhere here. It's only on the top. It's only on the top tube. And also what I did, because the way my bike is designed, you will see that the second Velcro for this bag is not going to be able to wrap around the top tube. So because of this, you know, design here. So what I did is I bought a longer Velcro tape, and I stuck it to the first one, and I pretty much wrapped it around the bottom tube all the way to the other side. So that solved this issue, and now I have a beautiful bag. It pretty much takes a little less than the other bag, but it's able to hold the necessary stuff that I need, my gels, tissues, and my external battery to charge my phone. So that's the other addition. Now, next, I added a second cage and a second water bottle. That's the other thing I noticed, that on longer tours, or even just the one-day tours, I mean, you don't have to go for multiple days, even just the one day, morning to afternoon or morning to night, or overnights, I realized that I need more water, and so I decided to add a second cage and a second bottle. Okay, now that would take me down here. On the pedal arm, I added these guys. I hope you can see them. You see this? Now these are awesome, guys. If you're pedaling near or close to sidewalks, when you pedal, if you ever hit the sidewalk, you're not gonna scratch your arm. You're only gonna hit that rubber piece which wraps around here. Okay, again, I got these from Amazon. I think I paid like $7 or $8. Or of course you get a pair of them, but they're, you know, to me they're just worth it. Okay, now let me show you the saddle, which is the big investment, and it's something I love. So I only got this saddle last week, but I was able to take the bike, I'm sorry, I got it 2 weeks ago, and last week I went on the DNR Canal Trail, and I did like 22 miles with this saddle. It's awesome, you guys. It's awesome. It's completely different experience from the one that came with this bike. The one that came with the bike is the Giant Connect seat, which is extremely harsh. I mean, every time I went anywhere over 7 miles or 8 miles with this bike on that seat, on the Giant Connect seat, it was literally a pain in the butt. So I ended up getting the Surface RX 921, and it's awesome. Now you can see here that design it makes so much difference. And the padding is unbelievable. Plus, it's extremely comfortable, and you can see that you can actually, it does kind of squeeze in and out. It depends on how you're sitting and your seating position. So this seat allowed me to sit more in an upright position, to be able to have better weight distribution across here. Obviously it's a little wider than, I think it's wider by 1 inch versus the Giant Connect original seat that came with this bike. But that makes it even better, because that 1 inch difference, it makes me a lot more comfortable when I'm in an upright seating position, which is pretty much my biking position when I'm touring. Because what I want to do is, you want to be in an upright seating position so you can be able to pedal and at the same time look around and enjoy the scenery. Let me show you this. This seat is really, it made a huge difference. I mean, I gotta tell you, after 22 miles last week, I didn't feel a thing. I came back home, I wasn't sore at all. Nothing. I didn't feel anything. And I was pretty much ready to even bike more. I just had to stop to go somewhere. But I could have been biking more, and then the next day I wasn't sore, I wasn't tired. I could have went for another 20-25 miles easy. Look at that. Look at that. That really is awesome. I just love this. I just love this seat. I paid $50 for it. I didn't get it from Amazon. I bought it from my local bike shop. And I think it's so worth it. If you guys are in the market for a saddle, that Surface 921 is an absolute hoot. It's awesome. Now, the last thing I want to show you, the last major update I did here, is pretty much I wrapped my bike with that clear bra film. So if you guys are familiar with this or not familiar with it, it's pretty much the same material that you use for the same material as the invisible shield that you would use for your iPhone or for your iPad to you know, prevent scratches and damage to your screen and to the back of your phone. So it's the same. Also, it's the same material that they use on cars, on the, you know, front bumper and the front hood, to like eliminate you know, rock chips and things like that. So I'm really hoping you guys are going to be able to see this. I don't know if the camera's going to help me, but okay, you see here, see this line? So this is where I started, you guys, and then I wrapped it up all the way around the tube, all the way to the end here. You see this? See this? I was able to also wrap the front just in case I hit something. Now going down here, you're going to be able to see that line. And by the way, I didn't clean this on purpose so I can be able to show you what I did. But if I clean it, you won't be able to see this line. You see this? So I pretty much wrapped all of this up, and I also did the bottom here. You see this? Now, like I said, I didn't clean it, so I can show you guys what I did. You see? So okay, so I did the tubes, I did here, see, starting here, I wrapped all of this up, okay, of course I did the other side, I did here, all the way, down here, okay, and I didn't clean it because, like I said, the only reason you can see the obvious lines is because I didn't clean it. And I didn't clean it because I wanted to show you guys what I did. And I covered this name because if you use it long enough, what ends up happening is this name would just fade. So I just did that. And it's a lot more pronounced in the video, guys. So in real life, you're not going to be able to see this unless you really get close and you put the camera so close to it. Now, I really advise, if you care about your bike, if you spent more than $600-700 on your bike, I think that wrapping it up with this film is a good investment. So that's it. Just wanted to show you what I did. That's my update. I think my next upgrade will be tires. I want to go from those giant SRX4 to the PRX2, which are puncture resistant version of the SRX4. I don't have any problem with these guys, the giant SRX4. I just want to get tires that are more puncture resistant. So the PRX2, they're the same thread as these ones. They do the same thing, which is awesome because I love those tires, the tires that came with it. But I need that puncture resistant Kevlar that goes on it. Okay? Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Bye-bye.